Here we are, Soul Lights, back again. If you happen to be new to this channel, an amazing community of beautiful heart-centered soul lights, welcome. I'm Michelle, and I hope you find some insight and understanding for your path. If you are new to this channel and you feel a resonance, I'd love if you would subscribe, get the notifications, and also say hi in the comments and let me know how you're doing. So for this week, we're going to be tuning in. We're looking at weekly energies as well as immediate future. You know what you're focused on, what you're drawing in, what you're manifesting, what your soul's experience, learning lessons are. You know how to read the reading. I am here as a channel connecting into what you are broadcasting, transmitting. And we, to some degree, if you're here and you're traveling with me for a while, have agreed to be here at this time. I will go into a bit of the energies of the week. You can skip ahead always to the timestamps and or the chapters. I do suggest sometimes if you feel a resonance to more than one soul story or more than one stack, is to really honor your intuition and go with that. Because sometimes multiple messages are in multiple soul stories, especially if you are managing a lot or you have a lot going on in your life. There may be different messages or different soul stories in different stacks or piles for you. So I also want to let everyone know about Patreon. If you want to do a deeper dive into advanced metaphysics, spiritualism, all things the soul, you can connect with me. We also do extended readings there. There are wonderful ways to journey with me if you would like to journey further. All right, let's look at the soul stories. If this is soul story number 1, you've got the aragonite, which is kind of interesting. You've got soul story number 2 with the pyrite nugget. And you've got soul story number 3 with aventurine. All right, I will do a little bit of a sharing, then we'll do the meditation, and you can also just skip ahead to the timestamps. Tune in, and if you're not staying for the meditation, then I will see you in the individual readings. Lots of love and light, and I will see you in a bit. All right, I'm not going to go into a lot of what's happening this week. I've just suffice it to say that the energy is getting very intense. In some ways, it could be a little bit harsh or jarring. I almost feel like it's like a car in a garage that's trying to come out while another car is coming in, right? If you're cleaning out closets and you're trying to put clothes or items back in the closets before everything is taken out. So this transition period could be a little bit jarring, a little bit jagged. There could be amazing flow times. We are positioning for that full moon in Aries, and that is also going to be aspecting that North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra, and Mars in Libra. So you could be a little more testy. There could be it's kind of like if you're shifting a lot also, soul lights, if you're shifting a lot and you're becoming more conscious, living more awake, aware, and awake, listen, we've been using this metaphysically before the whole idea of woke. So it has nothing to do with that. It's the process of awakening and really seeing and living more from the less polarized approach to life and aspect of being. So it's really living connected to the soul or as your soul through the higher vibrational frequency of your higher self. So you're able to see multiple things at one time, multiple options, solutions. You're able to see another person's point of view, whether you agree with it or don't agree with it. You're not getting polarized, not Polaroid. That's interesting. Wonder where that came from. But it is kind of like a Polaroid, by the way. If you've ever seen a Polaroid, how the Polaroid, would I just got a Polaroid camera actually as a gift, I think from Instagram. I'm not sure why. But it's interesting when you take a Polaroid, it develops right in front of your eyes, right? And I remember back in the day, we used to like paint on it, draw. There were a lot of different things that you could do with Polaroids to become really creative. So it's not really like this just static image, like a digital image, although you can do things to a digital image, it's after the fact. But the Polaroid, you can do things as it is coming into being. So there is something really about this coming into being for everyone. And I've been diving deep into this on my Patreon, and I'm going to do more of a course at the end of October, a 3-month course if you're interested in that. Myth, magic, meditation, dreams, weaving it all together, sacred ritual, and how to read the signs directing you on a soul level from your higher self, the universe, God, the all that is, your guides, and how to put it all together. So we're getting this revealing right now, like a Polaroid, or you could say puzzle pieces coming together, but you may have a part of the puzzle, but not the majority of the puzzle, and definitely not the full puzzle. So there's going to be a lot revealed, is what I'm hearing, the next few months, and especially this upcoming week, the revealing. So look for what is revealed to you, what is revealed through other people, because spirit, right, God, the universe, works through other people. Sometimes the messages come from someone else, through someone else, or some seemingly outside source. I'm also sensing that a lot of people are going to be connecting into the interconnectedness of the all that is. In other words, realizing, oh my God, I'm having that experience, and so is that person, or so is that person on YouTube, or that person in the film, or that person on TV. Be aware of songs. Be aware of what you hear this week. A lot coming in that could be giving you signs and directions of what you need to do or what's coming up for you. The other thing that I am hearing is a lot more movement, travel. It's interesting because a jet is just flying over, which we normally don't have jets. I have small planes about 10 miles from where I'm at, but not usually jets. So that could be interesting. Just also expect people coming in all of a sudden, things picking up. Things could have been very slow and hectic, and then all of a sudden they pick up. Or they've been very hectic, and all of a sudden the energy drops. So this Uranian energy, right, the Uranus and Taurus is really playing out right now, and Jupiter retrograde there is having us look at opportunities that we thought were missed or gone and bring them back into our awareness to see, hey, does this still fit in? Do you still want to do this or not? What do you want to do with this? So that's a good question to ask this week. What do you want to do with this, or for the immediate future? What do I want to do with this? Do I want to act upon this now? Do I want to put this to the side? Do I need more information? Do I need to have a conversation? Does this still fit in? So I wouldn't say it's the immediate future is about cutting anything in or out, unless it's something to do with health or something that's life enhancing. But the bigger decisions, it's going to be revealed. More facts are needed, but new facts or facts are going to become more revealed or more apparent, so that you can begin to make these bigger decisions and new pathways and directions, follow through on those that are coming up more in 2024. All right, soul light. So we're going to get to the meditation if you've stayed with me, and we'll get to the individual soul stories. As always, it's great to connect with all of you, and I just thank you so much for your presence, your inspiration, your encouragement, and I really thank those of you that are encouraging me and supporting the channel by subscribing and sharing the videos. It means a lot. Let's get to it. Let's tune in. Soul light, take time to focus on you. With eyes open or eyes closed, bring your awareness into the heart, lung area of your body. Begin to more consciously focus on your in-breath and out-breath, and center inside. Focus more consciously on your in-breath and out-breath, and center inside. The next in-breath in, you're going to breathe in up through the crown chakra, connecting in through the subtle energy, in through the higher self, aligning to the soul star chakra. Breathing out consciously, out through the chakras at the soles of the feet, connecting deep into the earth, aligning to the earth star chakra. Feel your awareness centered in between the soul star chakra and the earth star chakra, connecting through your higher self, attuning to your heart. Bring your awareness back into that space in between the in-breath and out-breath, and focus on the sacred space of your heart center. Feeling your alignment through the higher self to your soul. Understanding you are manifesting your soul's reality for more soul expression and soul experience. When you feel ready, choose the cards or crystals that you feel the most connection to. Choose a card or cards or crystals that are choosing you, knowing that the chooser and the chosen are one and the same. Trust your intuition and your inner knowing at this time, and choose the cards, or crystals that most resonate for you at this time. Hello, Soul Light. So I really get with you. By the way, if you chose Soul Story number 1, I'm already in your reading, and this is Aragonite. It's very interesting to me, especially I'm doing this right before the fall equinox in the United States. Sorry about that if I hit the camera. That this idea of peace and sound, I'm going to be working with sound and toning and crystal healing bowls. So this is kind of amazing to me, this dove that's going into the sound. So I definitely feel for you, there's a lot this week or in your immediate future that has to do with attaining a level of peace and different level of healing, and bringing something together. And something is dissolving, but in the dissolving is a new picture, is a new idea, is a new form, is a new configuration. Now for some of you, this is a new routine. Something leaves, something changes, something has less energy. Someone leaves, someone goes on vacation, or you leave. And so the solution for you is literally in the dissolution. What remains? Focus on what is remaining right now. That's going to bring you the most peace. That's going to bring you the most insight. That's going to bring you the most clarity. Now the dove is representing the Holy Spirit, and Holy Spirit, espirito, de espirito, y todo, the whole is not necessarily religious when we look metaphysically, but it has to do with wholeness. Holy meaning whole, coming from Ohalen, the Old English word Ohalen means wholeness. So there is something about your spirit being renewed, or looking at things from a whole perspective, or from a level of wholeness, which is interesting because you've got dissolution, which is breaking down the wholeness. So I'm going to say something quite metaphysical and esoteric to you. This has to do with alchemy, and it's about the sum total of the parts, that every part is important. on its own, but when they're brought together, they create something even more. So you're to see the pattern through the disillusion. What is the pattern that remains when you've acknowledged disappointments, betrayals, something that didn't happen, or delays? What remains? Soul story number one. That's your soul story right now. What remains? Because if you start focusing on what remains, you don't focus on what's shifting, what's like shifting sand, what's changing, what's in flux. If you focus on the truth of situations, it's going to dissolve the barriers or any blocks. If you focus on what is true. Like I did this recently with someone, and I thought, because I saw some, anyway, just some, I don't know if I wouldn't even say behavior, but just approach that didn't really quite align with me, and I was a little kind of taken back. But I allowed myself to go through a lot of different emotions on it, and thoughts and feelings and ideas, and my guides worked with me on it way in the middle of the night or early morning around 3 a.m. And I thought, okay, I have to pull back. But then I realized, I had the realization what remained was the truth that this person is very caring and does really care. It's just they do things a bit differently. Even though we're very connected and very aligned, they do things quite differently on some level. But isn't that all of life? But we're kind of are taught to kind of get people to do what we want or how we want to do something to make us more comfortable. So a lot of what's coming up, I feel, in this next level, especially with Pluto going into Aquarius next year, I believe January 24th, and the aspects that will be happening with that, it's really going to jar us, because we need to get out of the narrative that we need to be around or make people be more like us to feel better or feel more safe or comfortable or more loved, or whatever the stories are, whatever the narrations are. So this is about pattern interrupting for you. There's a lot that's being interrupted or dissolved in your patterning. So you might feel a little bit like you're, going upstream or downstream, whatever, without a paddle. You're in a boat, you're in a canoe or a kayak, and you don't have a paddle. But the thing is, you do have a paddle, and that's your intention. And so your ability to see below the surface of things is really going to help you. Let's put this here. Yeah, so that dissolution is the solution, is what I hear. The not holding on, the dissolving, the ability to be more flexible. Yeah, and aragonite will help you with this, because this helps with denser emotions. It helps with healing, movement, mobility, channeling denser emotions into creativity, inspiration, to move into inspired action. It's also good for a blood purifier and cleansing and clearing. So, aragonite is one that can dissolve impurities, or, what's no longer needed or necessary, or what's clouding your vision. See, I see here, even with this card, that you've got some amazing things in your life, but there's something new coming in. So you want to be able to focus on that, or allow the space for that. I'm hearing allow the space. Let's see what cards you've got. You've got visualization. I'm actually going to put these out for this reading, get the tarot, and then tune in more. Accept your well-earned praise. Ooh, I love that. Soul tree. And I hear soul tree, and then create space. And what did I say? Did I say something about space, I think? Allowing the space, creating the space, allowing the space for what is new that wants to come in. And for some of you, this is people. This is, you're going to be relating in a new way that allows you to have more freedom of thought. You're dissolving some old beliefs, some old pattern. Actually, this is going to be a very powerful immediate future for you, whatever you want to call it. A week, the next, week or two, month or two. For some of you, it's 3 weeks. Some of you, it's about a month. Some of you, it is this week. You're going to be having these realizations, and they're going to be playing out. You're also getting some kind of, I know I said I'm going to get the tarot, but I'm getting messages already. You got to create this space for what you want to create, what you want to visualize, because stuff is leaving so you can focus on a new vision. I would work with third eye meditations, anything that is strengthening your connection to the sixth chakra, the seventh, eighth, and ninth. So the seventh obviously is the beginning of the spiritual center, spirit realm, or what we know is more through the subtle energy. It's simply an access point. The eighth chakra connects us to our higher self. It's still part of duality, but in the ninth chakra, we begin to move out of duality. We ping pong, you know, through the duality to create that portal to get into the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th energy centers. The 10th has to do with group consciousness, group awareness, humanity. And the 11th chakra has to do with our soul tribe, soulmates, soul connections, those that complement us or help us through on our journey somehow. We help them. So soul tree, yeah, you're getting to the divine pattern, the pattern that is left when all is gone. What do you want to call it? Your soul design, soul matrix. But what is it in your life? What is the common thread or theme in your life? Wow, I didn't know these were going to go this way. But yeah, this is a very powerful time for you, soul story number one. I really hope you're taking that in. You have got to allow the space, create the space for what is coming. And I do feel you're going to have some space, whether this is due to you or an outside situation that allows you to focus on something else that you really want to do or you want to create or draw in. You're this highly creative group. You're amazing manifestors. And you are coming into a new level of awareness that there is increase financially. You're getting past blocks. So whether others are awarding you or you're awarding yourself, validating yourself, or I feel like there is going to be some kind of payoff or payout. This could be, look at that, you've got sun here. Yeah, this is all about creativity. And look at that. One of the slowest moving card in the deck is reversed. So things are picking up. That Knight of Pentacles, believe me, I've been seeing this in my readings. Oh my God, probably for the last 3 years, as patience, slow down, one step in front of the other, keep on keeping on. So that is moving. So there is a direct movement for you. And then you've got the Page of Pentacles, new birth, a new direction that's coming in. So we have Leo energy here. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Two of Swords. Yeah, you're going to be, because there's a new direction. There's a new pathway. I would say probably in the winter months, whether winter 2023 or 2024. Now, again, this, you know, your patterning. So a new direction, new insight. You are getting support from the universe. And it is bringing some level of stability. Now, I have a feeling for a lot of you that this stability I see coming in is actually your own inner stability. And because something has shifted within you, you're feeling more stable in life. And that means that you're attracting more stability. You know, this could be more, you know, money that brings you more stability. You feel more stable. You're getting a lot done. You're getting a lot of paperwork done. You're getting a lot put in order. That's creating the space. So you might have had a lot of little to-dos, especially with this in this position. You might have had a lot of, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to go here, I got to go there, I got to finish this up, I got this responsibility. You know, you might have been kind of having a more of a regimented routine, but it is lightening up. Now, that doesn't mean it's totally going away because you still have the Page of Pentacles here, which is also that daughter energy. It's the receptivity, but it is allowing the growth and focusing on what is growing. That's one of the key things for you, I feel, is to focus on what is newly coming in, even if you don't see it. So I would say wherever it's possible, don't jam pack your schedule, you know, and your mind with stuff. Let there be some space. Some of you may have to be a little, let's see what this card is, third house communication. I think those of you that work in any area of communication, whether social media, marketing, advertising, working with clients, customers, working online, or you need to have an online component. There is some new level that's coming in that's going to help you in your bigger dream, your bigger vision, your bigger goal. And that is bringing some level of acknowledgement, validation. For some of you, this is also financial or the beginning of a financial direction. So if you've been wanting to sell something online or do something online or have an online component to what you do, or maybe for some of you, it's all of what you do. You know, some of you, it could be a side job, side gig. Some of you, it could be you're entrepreneurs, that you're going to see a sign this week that says, oh, I could do this. I can do this. I can see how I can dissolve or let go of something. You're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to see that light. It's coming in. You're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel and go like, okay, I now see where this is going. I now see what is happening. I now see the direction that I'm going in. And you're going to go in that direction. Two of Swords is meditation, going within. That would be very helpful for you. I do sometimes on my Pilates machine. I do my meditations, even at night. There's a certain Pilates exercise where you're kind of just going back and forth. And I work with the breath, and it's so peaceful. And then I'm still getting a workout in. So figure that out for you. What's the way to tune in? But I feel like the next direction with the Two of Swords, the direction is going to be intuitive, or it's going to be where there's the most light, the most energy. Remember, aragonite breaks up, it widens boundaries and breaks up blocks. And aragonite is a stone of definitely of energy, in many ways, I kind of like it like a carnelian, and that reddish color, you know, it's breaking up the density and using the density for a new direction or to create or to heal. Could be healing the body. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of forward movement, but you're going to have to use the higher mind for the movement. You're not going to be able to say, because okay, the thing is, when you look back, it's going to make sense. Okay, I just want to get to the runes. I don't want to spend too long on this. Oh, look at that. Bouncing back. There we go. Iwa. So there is something bouncing back. And ing, it's an ending and a beginning. So that's what I've been saying. So your life has been changing so much bit by bit. You may not recognize it, that some things are gone, whether it's your idea of something, your energy or focus, or, you know, the new life is coming in. I love this. Bouncing back. It's about bouncing back. Yeah, it's something is coming back to life. Are you renewing? You're coming back to life. Let's put that there. And everything that you need is in the present moment. That's also what ing has to do. Ingos or ing. It has to do with something, whatever, again, the seed of the old is in the new. The seed of the new is in the old, right? You have everything, all the people, everything that you need for this amazing new beginning. Let's get a last message for you with the Astro Dice. Tell story number 1. What's the best approach or perspective they need to take for their path at this time? Oh, I thought so. 6th house. Your routine. Moon in Aquarius in the routine. Moon in Aquarius. Get things done, but allow the space. Aquarius is detached. Aquarius allows for space. So you may be detaching from certain people, certain situations, certain commitments. Your routine is changing, your everyday living. You know, it could be food, it could be exercise, working out, how, you know, your schedule is changing to allow whatever is this new that's coming in. This, and I almost look at this as the material, prima material. It's the prime matter also, right? In alchemy, Some new element is coming in your life that is moving you forward. And I would focus on communication, clearing up communication, expression, self-expression, and having the time. Some of you, this is having the time or setting the time to write. Maybe there's a project coming in for you. It's definitely creative. This could also have to do with that Venus and Leo with the sun here. That's ruled by Leo. The 5th house is also highlighted due to the sun card. So again, this has a lot to do with your creative ability and your creativity, your self-expression, which is also your soul expression, and moving forward in your life. Focus on the pattern underneath the surface pattern of your life. All right, soul. Okay, I think that's your Soul Insights mantra. Beautiful beings, beautiful lights. I am swimming in the energy of this reading. Wow. Your Soul Insights mantra is, I now easily focus on the pattern underneath the surface pattern of my life to know what I need to do and which direction I need to take. Wow. Let me know how this unfolds. Lots of love, light to you. I wish you a beautiful weeks, however this unfolds for you. And if you feel a resonance, I'd love if you would subscribe and let me know how you're doing in the comments. And I will see you hopefully in the next reading. Hello, soul lights. So let's dive into your reading. If you chose soul story number 2, which is the pyrite, this is your reading. There is something that you're connecting to that has to do with your destiny. This is a very powerful time for you, whether it's the week ahead or immediate future. There is a destiny issue that's coming through. Now, you've got the card Jupiter, which I love this card. Because it has to do with destiny, with that hand. You've got pyrite, which is, again, pyrite, fool's gold. It's about also making lemonade out of lemons. It's about getting creative. It's about using your resources, your inner worth, your abilities, your talents, your gifts to make that gold, to monetize, to get in the game of money, of resources, of abundance. Pyrite is, yes, it's a lot about money, but it's also gold. Can make you feel good. The color of the sun, right? The solar color. It's kind of recognizing that you are, I just heard rainbow light warrior for some of you, or some of you part of the rainbow tribe, and I just noticed now there's rainbow light colors here. So I'm getting a lot of energy about groups here. Jupiter, of course, ruling Sagittarius. Now, I trained years ago in England in palmistry. I don't remember all of it. It was fascinating. I had a great teacher for a short period of time. And I had a book on it too. Now I don't even remember where that is. But palmistry is interesting because you read your left hand characteristically as your past, the right hand as your future, and it can change. You can change. So the left and right hand aren't the same, but it's possible for a long period of time to see differences in your left hand as opposed to your right hand as to what changes you've made. And it's also possible to change the left hand, the trajectory of what's coming in. So are you making changes in your life? Are you making changes that are changing your destiny or what you want to experience or willing to experience? Got this 5 here in this sacred geometry, this alchemy, which is change. That's why there's 5 fingers, different parts of our life, different fingers of life, right? The finger of God coming in. That could be here. There could be some changes. The 6 here alchemically has to do with synthesis, synergy, moving forward. So there is new energy coming in. What is taking key precedence? Now I'm just noticing there's gold here and you've got gold here. So maybe you're realizing that something's much more important to you than what you thought it was. or you're making it more important. Is it a person, a situation? Is it you? Something is becoming more important, and it's benefiting you. Now, we do have Jupiter at the time of this reading in Taurus retrograde, but being at Jupiter, it could be things slow down, lucky things slow down, but it can also bring missed opportunities back, or things that would have been lucky for us in the past into the present, or people that from our past bringing some level of luck, awareness, expansion. Remember, Jupiter expands whatever we focus on. So you want to make sure that you're not focusing on lack, limitation, or what you don't have. Focus more on what you want and the new influences that are coming in. But I feel like you're in for a destiny shift. Something is changing in your destiny, and it's going to bring more abundance, more income. Ooh, angels and masters. Let's see what this is. I'm going to lay the cards out, get to the tarot before I tune in further. Inner strength, but look at that. The lightning bolt. Some kind of new awareness. Ask your soul. Look at that. Powerful. Ask your soul. Connect to your higher self. Soul mating. Ooh. Well, 5 is 5th house, a new influence. Could you be drawing in more soulmates? You know, this is the time, especially, well, really in 2024, but we're starting to experience it now, where we're attracting soulmate relationships, our soulmates, but soulmates that are create mates. Less of trauma bonding for many of us, less trauma bonding, less soulmates that are about learning lessons. This is the time that the higher lords, which is law, lords meaning law, like when we had respect the Lord in the Bible, in the metaphysical Bible, it means respect the law, the universal laws. So there's a lot of pairings right now, whether individually, romantically, business, career, collaboration, that have to do with manifesting the new forms based on the new emerging consciousness. And then you've got purse. Oh, wow. Pursue your true wealth. Ooh, wow. Soul story number 2. Let's go back here. Your destiny is your wealth. You're connecting to your destiny. Now, this is absolutely 5,000% financial wealth, material possessions. And it is your inner strength. It's something that you possess within you, a skill set, an ability. Could be your psychic ability, whatever it is. It is your area. You're going to land in your area of your Jupiterian emerald. I think it's called like the mound of Venus, right in there. Venus having to do with abundance and prosperity, not just love. It is that though, but the higher vibration of love brings us abundance, no matter what our circumstances. No matter if we're living in the jungle somewhere, or a third world country, we can live from an area of abundance within our circumstances. So whatever your circumstances are, you're about to go into a level of abundance and prosperity, and to connect in with your innate gifts, your inner wealth. And that inner wealth is now, the timing is going to become outer wealth. So there's absolutely increase financially. Absolutely increase financially for you. But this has to do with some ability, a gift, something that you innately have. In other words, look, this could be I'm really into Inico right now. That song Jericho, it just brings tears to me as a starseed. It just gets me. Anyway, this could be maybe, the singer-songwriter, or the piano player, whatever, musician or artist or whatever on YouTube, and all of a sudden you just blow up, or your song gets picked up, right? But you're like, well, I've been singing since I was a kid. I've been doing this since I was 4. I've been playing guitar. Your time is now, or is coming. If it's, may not be exactly this week, but I think you're going to get a sign that shows that your time is coming. So the immediate future for you is your time is coming, because there's been this alchemical process. There we've got Temperance, astrological sign of Sagittarius, but ruled by Jupiter, so expansion. and working with angels and masters. A lot of you are being guided by angels and masters, ascended masters, guides, spirit team. They're guiding you to this next level to use your gifts. I think some of you are going to become very, very prominent with whatever it is you do. Painting, you need to get out there more. Some of you have gifts and you need to start now. If you don't do it now, or in the next few months, for sure by next year, you need to have art exhibits. You need to put your stuff out there, your videos, your art, your music, your creative express, whatever it is. You help people, your services, whatever it is. Let's see what these two cards were. 7 of Wands. Again, Sagittarius, Leo energy, Aries. Oh yeah, see, Emperor. You're about to hit big. And this Emperor is just relaxed, is chill. Is like, yeah, I'm sitting on my Aries energy. Now, as I'm doing this reading, Mars is in Libra, so that's opposing that North Node in Aries. So your South Node is, right now is in Libra, right? Collectively. So however that's aspecting you, there could be, again, something from your past or something you used to do is coming back that brings some level of increase, abundance. And it gives you the stamina because you're more inspired to move forward with whatever it is that you're doing. But this is clearly about being out there in the world. And let's see, 5 of Cups we've got, of course. Wouldn't be a human reading without it. 8 of Swords. 6 of Swords. Okay, so let's look and see. So you're having this whole alchemical process. So there's still a little restriction in your life, but you've got this card as the outcome. Knight of Pentacles reversed, and also Soul Story number 1 had this in their reading reversed, so that might be something. So I think you're positioning for a breakthrough, and there's still... Yeah, look at that. So your circumstances may still seem a little tight, or like you can't move or leave something or do something, but financial increase is coming. I would say in the fall months. Okay, for some of you it's a matter of days or a month at the most. So use it wisely, and then you go into the King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So it's not that it's not been easy for you, Soul Story number 2. And it's not that this is not without, I don't want to say difficulties. I want to say challenges of like, I have to do this now. But this is, energy is freeing up. Now, since this card, the Knight of Pentacles, came up in Soul Story number 1, I feel like this is a collective. The collective aspect of this reading is that a lot of us are going to have a breakthrough. A lot of us, things are going to finally start moving. Because I don't know about you and any other readings, this damn card has been showing up for so long. And it's like, it's not a bad card. It's about stabilizing, but it is the slowest moving card in the deck. Knight of Pentacles. It's about, keep on keeping on, one foot in front of the other, patience. There can be delays, creating a firm foundation. It definitely has an undertone of Saturn energy and building. The Knight of Pentacles, look, he's not running. The horse isn't going fast, but he's creating something. He's leaving a legacy. He's leaving something behind. Or he has something to go back to. But it's still, there's a lot of grass here, so there's a lot that's growing, which is amazing. I mean, and to grow something, to grow, a garden takes time, and it takes fertilizing and watering and tilling the soil. But I have a feeling like with the horse, it's like he's been riding on that horse for a while, and then he's like, I got to stretch. I got to get off of that horse and walk on my own a little bit. And you can see he loves the horse. You know, there's red flowers on the horse, which has to do with passion and growth, new growth from inspiration and passion. So he's taking care of his passion. He's taking care of himself, his energy. At the Knight of Pentacles, you're taking care of your energy. But with it reversed, it tells me that things are picking up, that there's movement, that we're getting not completely out of this, especially if you're manifesting or building something new, you're not completely getting out of this energy. But there's openings, there's breakthroughs, there's spurts, there's new directions, there's increase in income, increase in energy. With Jupiter, Jupiter brings increase. It is a beneficent planetary aspect. It brings increase. So a lot of you, this increase is going to be in the 5th house, if you look astrologically, or in an area that brings more in some kind of influence, or brings some kind of recognition of either something you used to do and you're bringing forward, or that you have been working on for a long time. You finally start to see the payout. And again, the payout is also going to be financially. You really have to know that. And you could just feel better about yourself. Use the star codes astrology deck I had seen, and I love it. Love the energy. Okay. Before I started doing readings on YouTube, I had, you know, a few cards, maybe 20 or 30, maybe 50. Now I have hundreds. And books. I had a lot of tarot books, but of course I read the Thoth deck. That's what I learned. Oh, debilitated, discomfort. Let's look at that. So debilitated, the sign is debilitated, but it's a 14. So let's look at this. We're going to clarify this. There's some discomfort in change. So some of you may have an aspect that is in its, that's debilitated, right? It's not, well, I think for matter of fact, like let's say you have your North Node in Libra, and South Node in Aries. With the North Node in Aries, you could look at that South Node as debilitated, you know. But I think that discomfort is having you move on, is having you move forward, and that could be this. So your circumstances are still a little what I call squishy. How's that term? That's a very proper term, squishy. You're not totally where you want to be, but you're seeing again that you're seeing increase. You're seeing how things are paying off, and it's again where it's going to be. I heard this 1st house arrival. Yeah, 1st house, the house of Aries. I'm going to take one card from here. Okay, you guys, this is it. See, okay, I get it now. Okay, this is going to help explain it more. I did want to clarify. All right, so here's what's happening. You're in transit. So you could even probably look at your chart and what's transiting through areas of your life, which are the houses. We've got 2 5s, so look at all this, 5 5 5. This is about change, transition. This is about big change, new influences, new people coming in your life. So there's a lot that's in transit right now for you. So there could be certain decisions that you're not able to make because you're in transition. So Spirit is saying, whoa, 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 things are moving, breakthroughs happening. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Do not say, okay, I'm letting go of all this. So there's still something within your circumstances, your job, your career, your relationship, your health, whatever it is that you're looking at in this particular reading, that moves you into a space of a lot is happening, a lot is moving, and then in some areas, nothing. And then we have the 10th house. So this is, for some of you, this is about your career. Some of you is about your health, also arrival, new energy. I just heard the baby. Some of you will, there's a pregnancy. Some of you, the baby is coming, could be sooner than what you thought. And Ceres is nurturing. So 39 is the hangman, right? 12, 3, 2, 9, 11, balance, keeping a balance. And 48 is 12, 3, goes in a new direction. So you've got two cards here about kind of wait and see, but it does, what you've got here is the 10th house, and then you also have the Emperor, right? Let me move this back. Oh, okay, I'm not going to move it back. Okay, so this is about your career. It's just like things are moving. There's a breakthrough. There's an increase financially. There's an increase with help and or money, but there still is some limitation or more to do, more work to do, or more of a focus. Okay, but definitely focus also on your health, your body. Some of you traveling, you're going to be making plans to either travel or move out of state or out of the country. Oh, that's what they're saying. Longer range plans, longer range travel takes more time to put together, and you will be able to do it. All right, that makes sense. All right, let's look at the runes for you. Let's see, what does soul story number 2 need to know and move through? Ooh, Fiu, increase. Fiu is increase. It's cattle. Has to do with exchange of energy. So there's going to be more energy given to you through money, validation, increase. So you definitely plan to increase your financial situation, your material situation, need. But see, then it moves into need, which is necessity. So you could have an increase in money, and then you're like, oh my God, thank God I had that increase because I have to pay this off, or I pay this. So I think it's circumstantial, but Spirit wants you to know things are getting better. Let's move out of here. Yeah, Degaz, just as I said that. Spirit said, I want you to know things are getting better, and Degaz is slow, gradual progress. It is getting better and better and better. It's also the rune of transformation, but before transformation comes transmutation. The energy shift. So I feel like the energy shift. So expect is going to create something that's better for you. So expect gradual change. There's a breakthrough, there's an opening, there's an increase, whether financially or some kind of connection, some kind of positive influence. And then it's back to slow, gradual progress. But progress that you can see that's bit by bit by bit. Okay? So I could be wrong. I don't see a lottery win here, but I do see an increase. And then if you take care of your finances, your money, your energy, it will serve you well, and things will build and build. And that's what the King of Pentacles does, right? So this could be about budgeting, savings, making good choices about where you put your time, your energy, and your focus, not just your money. Because it might be the best thing for you to spend money on something that's going to help you down the road. And trust your instincts. That's what the dog means here. Symbolically, when we see that dog, it's about, you know, the dog is relaxing, but they're aware. If you've ever seen a dog and you think they're sleeping, or a cat, and they hear noise, then they start barking. So, you know, trust your instincts, your intuition on upcoming decisions. All right, so like your Soul Insights mantra is, I use my energy, I got it, okay. Here we go. I use my increases in energy and money and my increases in abundance wisely and in a way that fulfills me. So wisdom is key for you in your choices at this time. Oh, forgot to get the Astro Dice. Let's look at the best approach for Soul Story number 2. What's the best? Woo, Aries. Okay, go. Oh, South Node in Aries in the 4th house. Focus on what you know already. Focus on what has been working. Focus on your inner gifts, what you've done before that has benefited you, or that you like doing, or you love doing, or brought you increase. There's something that's coming back around from the past that is going to benefit you mentally, emotionally, your energy, physically, and financially. All right, Soul Light, lots of love and big hug. Hello, soul story number 3 if you chose Aventurine. As I'm tuning in, I heard you are a dreamer, and now it's time to take those dreams and make them a reality. Take those dreams and put a good foundation to support you and yours, okay? So Aventurine has a lot to do with actually health, healing, following your dreams, what fulfills you, what connects you to your heart. Also has to do with increase and abundance. Also has a lot to do with luck, but it's also preparation, you know. So what do we say luck is? Opportunity meaning preparation. So you've been perceiving differently and preparing. You've got rotation here, rotatio. What are you weaving? What are you creating? What new story are you weaving? Are you weaving the same story? Some of you need a new story to weave. A new part of you, a new aspect of you is coming through. There's something you're creating. Again, is it a new life? Is it a new way of being? Is it a new creative project? I literally see knitting things together, threads, threading, finding the common thread in your life. There's a thread here. So you're in this sacred, safe space. Maybe you feel like you've been held back a little bit or more inward. But I feel you go out of the center and enjoy what you have created or co-created, whether with God, the universe, however you want to look at that, or other people. All right, I'm going to put the cards out and then tune in. I've got focus. Color. Soul love. Okay, I'm getting messages already, but let's see what's happening here. And then we've got school. Examine your beliefs about being tested. And then you've got self-mastery. This makes sense. This makes a lot of sense by what I'm seeing psychically and what I'm feeling. You're coming out of the school. Stop focusing so much on learning lessons. Learning is a byproduct. You're going to focus more on creativity and more of what you're here to do, right? It's like when we go to school, let's say high school, you know, even middle school, but for sure high school, and then for sure in college or university, it's, yeah, we study something to take it in the world, but more than that, we learn a lot about the world. So you've been learning a lot. There's a lot you've been learning, and it's time now to trust yourself more, go for what brings you more color in your life, what brings you more, you know, I just heard entertainment, what's more interesting, what insightful, but what brings more color in your life. And you've got color aspected here, color aspected here, and color aspected here with self-mastery. So for some of you, there could be also mastering your energy flows, managing where you put your energy, pulling it in when it's in a non-life enhancing direction, or if you've been over-focused on something for too long. I do feel that this is about you focusing more about what you love, and perhaps even that self-love. Let that aventurine work on that heart chakra, clearing and cleansing, but also to bring the luck. So it is for you a lot about being in the right place at the right time, or doing the right thing at the right time. And that right thing is going to come by what you love, or what brings you more color in your life, what's more interesting. What do you want to learn about? What do you want to do? Now, I just, to look at the bottom, something is being activated. Is it a person, an influence, a new direction? Something is activating you in your life. And the thing about testing, we say, oh, the universe is testing you, or God is testing your higher self. No, it's just kind of like when you put new tires on your car, you go out for a test drive, and then you go, oh, I think I need them balanced. There's no judgment. So this is also for you about moving out of judgment about what's happened or is happening in your life, and beginning to really weave a new story. Weave, you know, what do you want to call, weave a new story, editing, And pulling your energy away from lower vibrations, because you're moving towards something that brings you harmony, a wish fulfillment. Page of Swords. Are you teaching something, studying? Again, there's school here. So there could be a lot about you studying or taking courses or classes or facilitating them. Or you've learned your lesson and you're creating a different type of reality, a different world. Maybe you have a new approach to life itself, right? This is about researching. Then we've got 5 of Pentacles. Certain things, certain people don't. 2 of Swords. Something's not matching as well as it was. And Spirit is asking you to focus more on what's working or what is coming together. Knight of Wands, movement. See, yeah, there is going to be some level of movement. You go from the 8 of Wands to the Knight of Wands. Some of you, this is finding that perfect home, that house, that perfect area to be in. Some of you, it's literal movement, dance, movement, being with others, joining with others will help move you. I can't help but think some of you are studying or in some kind of study program. And some of you need to be in group. Group is helping you, and study is helping you. But I'm hearing don't let that hinder you or hold you back. And that could be some of, like, I'm not ready. I have to study more. The Magician. That's the outcome. Gemini, Virgo energy. So this has to do really with that Magician energy of self-mastery and mastering the lower emotions, betrayals, lack, limitation, challenges, the 3D world. So you're moving into a self-mastery of the 3D world, the world of manifested form, the world of creating your reality, within a group reality or collective reality. So something is changing in your individual reality. You've learned from the past or past mistakes. And you're calling in soul connection, soul love. You're living more from soul love, the Christos, the Christ energy. What this means is you're really saying no to some surface type situations or relationships. Some of you, this moving on, definitely it's on an emotional level. So with friends or it could even be certain family members, colleagues, people you're collaborating with, you want more depth. And if you are working in some kind of job or career where you're like, well, they're not as, spiritually connected, or they're not, as conscious, you're going to take some of your energy from that. I think a lot of you were trying to get your energy needs met in situations or ways from people or groups or jobs or companies or corporations where they just didn't have it in them. They don't have it in them. So you're bringing your own color. You're bringing your own zeal and zest to your life, and you're not looking for it so much on the external. You're weaving together a new story. You're weaving together a tapestry of a new picture. And that is the Magician. The Magician takes the less ideal and makes it more ideal, more and more ideal. North Node, this is about your future. You're weaving your future. You're co-creating. You're creating your future. What do you want? Who and what? What do you want? You're creating a future world. Some of you, this has to do with the world of awakening. The new earth, the great earth. I really don't like that term new earth, because it's really not new earth. It's like earth has been crying for us to, get a heads up on stuff. But also that could be bringing in some new technologies or new way of working, new way of reaching people. This could be bringing in more of an Atlantean energy. Some of you working with sacred geometry, working with stars, space, astrology, astronomy, maybe even numerology. So these are some of the things you may be studying or want to study, or you mean learning about, or maybe you're teaching or you're using in what you do. Gemini, cross-pollinate. Yeah. Don't stay stuck in a limiting view, and don't stay stuck within one group. Allow yourself to move around. Gemini likes variety, right? And then we've got Magician here, so this reinforces I think you're going to have more openings and more opportunity in your life at this time. So you're opening up for new influences, more variety. Midheaven, that's the path of destiny. So this reading is about you're creating a new future, a new maybe accessing or connecting in with something very much more rewarding or fulfilling in your destiny. Something in your destiny could be changing, a redirection of energy with that 36 energy here, 36-9. This could also be that this has a lot to do with your career focus and what you're going to do publicly out there in the world. I think people are going to start seeing you differently because you're listening more to your own inner knowing, but also your internal timing, your rhythm. You're getting in a new rhythm and flow, soul story number 3. That brings you out of this energy of attracting those that aren't as aligned with you. You've come out of a lot of problematic relationships or relationships that didn't quite fit. And now you're moving into relationships with more and more resonance, more and more fits. So I've got a course coming up at the end of, I think, October that I go into this whole about resonance and the soul, how the soul operates from resonance. And you're definitely in that energy flow. You're definitely being guided. And that's like mastering the lower, denser emotions. Not that we're not meant to have those emotions, but not stay stuck in them. You know, chronic emotions. So there's something, with these 2 cards, there's something freeing up for you. There's some level of new freedom or freeing up to go in a new direction or create something new. And some of you could be working with your hands and making something, creating something. Some of you, this could be writing with Gemini or something that has to do with social media or different platforms online. Some of you could work with siblings or soulmates or what you might call kindred spirits, brothers, sisters, or people from your childhood coming back around to help you or support you or work together. But you're definitely moving in a new direction. There's something new being created in your life at this time. Wow, powerful. Got the runes. Let's see for soul story number 3. Let's get the message here. Ooh, bouncing back. Yeah. Iwaz. And then we move in. Ooh, Fiu. Oh, I love these 2 cards. Runes. Increase. Beneficial outcomes. Increased energy. This could be admiration too. Respect coming at you. Acknowledgement, respect. Honoring your wisdom. Maybe online if you have an online group. Or again, could be siblings, family, friends. Start seeing your worth or your value, or you know, because you're seeing your worth and your value. So something increases, something's coming back around. You're definitely moving out of that 5 of Pentacles energy. I just have a feeling that you're going to be increasing your clout, your status, your energy, your place in the world. And you're going to be very, very, I love this, in that song, Jericho by Inako. They say, you don't have to be humble. And I really feel like this is not the time for you to be humble. Yeah, I mean, we're all humble, a little like, we don't want to think, oh, I know everything. And I'm the, you know, the only one that knows anything. But I feel like you have gone through enough that you are confident. There's this confidence, like, of course I could do this, or I know this, or I could do this, or share in this way, or I could do this position, or this job, or this career. You know, you're much more confident. There's this kind of inner strength from an inner confidence, an inner knowing of what you know, and really what you can do. And that's going to, I think, somehow catapult you or realign you in a direction that brings more opportunity for more fulfillment. A lot of you haven't had the opportunities. That's part of what's been going on. Now you're going to start getting the opportunities to not just move forward, but to align to a higher vision, to more increase, to more financial freedom, financial stability, monetary stability, more fulfillment, more of what you love to do. And some of you, it's just going to be about sharing yourself. So you've got increase, what's beneficent here in few, bouncing back, stamina, reserve. This is the U tree, it's strength. It has to do with that inner strength. And then you've got aventurine. So it all really fits together. All right, what's the best perspective or approach for soul story number 3 to take at this time? Let's ask the Astro Dice. Ooh. Snap. North Node, go for it. 7th house. Woo, in Sagittarius. North Node in Sag. Could this be dating someone? International relationship with someone new. Could this be a long-term relationship, a long distance? Could this be publishing, working with internationally, opening up to work with other people that may or may not be as familiar? That's the cross-pollinate. Get out of the small circle you've been in. Extend, expand. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So again, we've got this idea of increasing, expanding your boundaries of whatever you're doing. Expanding. And 7th house has to do with customers, clients. It's also being represented or helped. So there could be legal representation, legal help for you, or help with the professional person, or maybe you're the professional person. It's also saying to just extend or expand, or expect a lot of expansion in your life at this time. Increase. Part of the increase is expanding out of the smaller group or groups you've been in, or, you know, smaller audience. Maybe the audience is widening or getting bigger. I mean, I know this North Node is the future, and you've got North Node in Sagittarius. So something is expanding. There's a lot of expansion coming to you. Your future is going to be very abundant. So your Soul Insights mantra is, I have reached a level where I am ready for my abundance and the increase in my life. Bring it on, baby. Bring on the increase. Stuff is bouncing back. New directions, increase, prosperity. You are ready. For some of you, I am open and ready for my prosperity. I'm open for my prosperity, and I'm ready to experience prosperity, or my prosperity. All right, Radiant Soul Light, lots of love and light. I hope to see you in the next reading. If you feel a resonance and you haven't yet, I'd love if you would subscribe, share the video if you feel someone can be helped by it. Take good care.